All right, now we're gonna move to start analyzing how the overhead microphones sounds. Now, I would love to open a small parenthesis talking about overhead microphones. Overhead microphones has the word let you deduct, means above the head. Overhead microphones are not used to pick up cymbals. Those are spot microphones that generally are used to capture cymbals, and you could use, between an AKG 451 to Schweppes to whatever other small diaphragm condenser microphone you have at your disposal. Because again, if the drummer decides to do specific fills on this spot cymbals, that's exactly what you want to record. In this case, what we want to capture with the overhead microphones, it's a greater, broader, and stereo spread picture of the overall kit above the drummer. Now, the overheads are going to give us a sense of space, so we are going to play a lot with the stereo imaging of our kit between the left and the right. For the overheads, we've used multiple techniques because I wanted to play a little bit with them and let you truly hear what you can get out of these techniques. We're going to start with the first one, where we use an XY configuration with two pair of KM184 by Neumann. By default, they are very bright microphones. So what I'm aiming to do with this microphone techniques is, again, to pick up a lot of the cymbals, but the way I've positioned these two microphones is right in the middle of the kit, so that they would create a sort of like giant cardioid pattern capable of representing a very clear image of the overall drum kit. Now, why XY? It's a great microphone technique. First of all, has a great mono compatibility. Second of all, it helps me to truly represent a very detailed stereo image of the instrument I'm recording. So I tend to use these techniques, especially when I have to record funk, jazz, pop. Not a lot for extremely heavy metal or rock, but again, within the specific tracks, the XY did a phenomenal job. Now, what I want you to focus on is listen carefully how properly and very well balanced is the kit. I have panned these two microphones 100% left and 100% right in order for you to hear truly what these two microphones are doing. And it's really nice the kind of drum kit image that they were capable of picking up. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute everything else, and I'm gonna let you hear only, actually what I'll do is the opposite. I'm gonna let you hear all the microphones. Again, the rest of the overheads and room microphone are at unity, whereas the closed microphones have been all balanced one within another. So I'm gonna let you hear the overall kit, and then I will solo only the XY configuration. To do so, I'm gonna move where we have our wider picture of the drum kit. All right, let's roll. So to let you understand what I'm talking about, the microphone we're talking about are these two over here, the KM184, which, as you can see, if you trace an imaginary line between where the microphone have position, or better, where the two capsules are aiming, you can sort of like recreate a cardioid pattern where this microphone over here is picking up drummer perspective, the left side of the kit, and this microphone over here is picking up the right side of the kit. Again, I'm talking drummer perspective. As you can hear, given the fact that I have measured distance between the kit and the overheads of approximately 4 feet, right now we don't get a lot of bottom end, but we get a very nice representation of the overall kit. What I wanted to avoid is getting too close to the drum kit, and at that point the drum would have sounded a little bit unbalanced because it would have removed a lot of the sound of the overheads. And so I positioned these microphones in a way that it would give me a greater picture of the above of the kit, and also allow me to record a lot of the cymbal sounds. Again, cymbals have a very high-end frequency range, so those microphones are great to capture it, and especially consider then being above the drum kit. Right now we are by default taming down a lot of that nasty mid frequency that sometimes gets picked up by microphones being too close to the overheads. And again, the distance still allow us to pick up a very good detailed overhead representation. Again, I'm gonna let you hear these two microphones in solo, and then I will start building in the closed microphones with the XY configuration. So as you can see, we still have a pretty detailed representation of the overall drum kit. I mean, we hear the hi-hat, actually really good. We hear a snare drum. Of course, the snare drum is not as full, but that's why we have proximity microphones. And we still hear a little bit of the kick drum. Again, I am not planning to remove all of this because again, I will try to figure it out a good blend between closed microphone and overheads microphones in order to build the sound of my drums. So I will lower the overheads right now, and I will start to blend them in with the closed microphones. So to do so, I'm going to open kick and snare only for now, and hat. Let me restart from here. And I will slowly start bringing up the overhead in XY so that you can hear a little bit more of the space left and right between the overall part of the kit. So we're going to have before a very detached image of the kit, as we're only listening to closed microphones, which are aiming only at the source they're there to record. And then all of a sudden, once I blend in the overheads microphone, we should eventually have a little bit more of a grunt picture of the kit. So the overheads tends to work as a glue for the extra parts of the kit. All right, so I have blended them in, and what I wanted to do again is to bring up a little bit more the stereo imaging of kick and snare especially. As a matter of fact, what I'll do right now is to mute the XY and only let you hear the snare microphone, and then look what happened as soon as I unmute the XY configuration. So we're gonna go from a very mono dead though with a lot of punch snare sound to a broader stereo spread of the snare drum, which is achieved by the overheads left and right. So I'm gonna let you hear on the snare drum, and then while we listen to it, I will unsolo the overheads. You hear how like the actual snare drums start to breathe a little bit more once I blend in the overheads microphones. Then I'll let you hear the same thing with kick, hats, and toms without the overheads, and then I will unmute them while we listen to it. So again, by using a conjunction of closed microphone plus overheads microphone, right now we're really starting to hear a drum kit as it should. Again, the overheads microphone are describing, in my opinion, a little bit more the actual air movement that goes from, you know, the drummer slamming the drums, and these overheads are picking up all the burst of air that comes from directly from the drum kit. The true sounds of, you know, ginormous drums comes from the room microphone. As a matter of fact, right now what I'll do is to let you hear the closed microphone plus overheads, and then I will unmute all the room microphones to truly let you hear that the enormousness part of a drum kit sound comes from the reflections of the room. All right, so we have only kick, snare, hat, and XY, and then I will unmute everything. You hear as soon as I remove the overheads how the drum kit starts shrinking in, and it gets it gets smaller in a way. I mean, we start adding a little bit more definition to the closed microphones, but the overall size gets much smaller. What I want to let you hear as well is how well does microphone techniques capture the stereo imaging of the drums, especially when the drummer is going to start doing his own feel on the toms. So I'm going to mute everything but the toms. Gonna move to the section where the tom fill happens, and I'm gonna let you hear it. So right now what we're gonna be doing is listening only to the tom fill. Okay, so we got a lot of definition out of the toms. Let's see how much of this tone we can pick up through our XY configurations. So I'm gonna let you only hear what the overheads are picking up. So as you can hear, we have a lot of definition of the overall cymbal part. Again, what you're hearing, it's a microphone position 4, almost 5 feet away from the drum kit, and yet the amount of details we get out of these microphones on the cymbals, it's incredible. This proves again that closed microphones is not the key. Closed microphones only helps to pick up the initial attack and transient of the instrument. For elements such as cymbals that have a very wide and extremely high frequency range, we want to be farther in the distance in order to truly pick up their brightness and not to bring up a lot of that kind of like Doppler effect that might be recorded by the cymbal whooshing up and down from the proximity of the microphone. So that's why right now I'm using, in conjunction with my ambience microphone, proximity microphones, because as you could hear, these microphones are not properly bringing up the overall attack of the toms. So what I'll do right now is to truly let you hear what the overheads are picking up, and then I will add the proximity microphones, only in this case the toms, to bring up a little bit more the intelligibility of these two instruments. So I'm going to let you hear first the overheads. And now I will unmute the toms while we listen to it. So listen carefully of the huge difference that this does. All right. Again, I will unmute all the part of the kit, only the closed microphones, to let you hear what these two microphones are picking up. And then I will start muting everything back in to let you only hear what the XY is picking up in terms of the overall kit. All right, only the XY. Only the closed microphone minus XY. And now again, I'm going to be unmuting the XY overheads configuration in order to glue together all the separate pieces of our kit. Listen to it. I'm going to unmute it while we listen to it. So I'm probably going to give 2 bars and then unmute the overheads. So as you can hear right now, overheads play a major role in terms of giving us a lot of information of what happens above the kit. Now, the XY configuration is the first of the 3 different microphones, the techniques we use for overheads. Next in line, we're going to be analyzing a space pair.